the plague? What the plague? Chicken salad!
Let's see. The mechanism is simple. 2 iron crescents linked by a moving hinge at one side. And on the other side is a bolt into which Husky Hound has pounded a nail to keep the shackles from opening. The bad part is that it's jammed so far in that it's stuck.
Fill me drunk, witch. Send him to the gallows!
It looks like it was put there to wound any and all passers-by. To do such a feat, I'd have to be stretchier than a 7-tailed dragon's tongue. She seems to be a prisoner too. With a bit of my fancy talk, maybe she'll help me. Noble lady, allow me to pay you my respects.
Save them for the sharks, Monsieur Bruchon. Soon, thou shalt be kissing their keel, with need of their help more than mine.
I doubt the sharks would make a banquet of my squalid flesh, but that is not the reason for my arrival on board. You're as imprisoned as myself here, and perhaps we can seek a manner to achieve safe and sound escape from the Orion together.
Very apropos, Monsieur Bruchon. Hast thou a plan?
Well, I am now designing one. Sooner or later I shall have one. But in the meantime, lady...
Camille. Mademoiselle Camille de Le Bouvier.
What are you doing on board?
Upon mooring at Tortuga Island, where I spent my days learning English by reading old tales of overseas adventures, Malantuñas held a contest to press gang one lucky new deckhand, and guess who won?
I've never heard of a girl deckhand.
Neither thou, nor I, nor Malantuñas, wherefore I took part in the contest in the guise of a haughty lad. I wasn't found out till we reached the high seas, and my neck was spared by dumb luck.
May I ask how your womanhood came to be known on board, if it isn't too meddlesome?
It is, but I shall respond in a manner concordant with proper breeding. Malantuñas, whose knowledge of numbers and letters resembles his familiarity with honor and gallantry, had the mind to look for a person to write down his memories, so he called for a scribe from among the crew. I alone claimed to know the alphabet, so he demanded I prove my claim.
So how did you save your skin when Malantuñas discovered the ruse?
Malantuñas touched his mustachio and yelled to his men, "Lady Luck has smiled down on us, ye I sees half-breeds. Do with her as you wish." The crew assembled round me with blood filling their eyes. Well, their eyes and other organs. So at the last moment, I whipped out a dagger from my boot and...
A bone-chilling tale of pseudo-biblical proportions, milady. But let us confer on other matters. I can't fathom how you managed to change your fate, for I see you moisten the quill and scribble in that book like a true scribe.
The problem, Monsieur Bruchon, was the lack of ink on board, and I refused to follow their suggested procedure, the one whereby drunkards are wont to write their names. Thou must know, it involves great imbibing of grog, and when the bladder's bursting is imminent, removing one's codpiece, aiming and...
Speak no further, milady. I already have a picture in my mind's eye. You put a high price on your honor, then.
An awful fate I avoided, monsieur. So I simply kneeled and carved my name onto the deck with my dagger. When Malantuñas saw my swift quill move, he ordered me to his quarters. And thenceforward I have spent my days here chained up writing the barbaric memoirs he spews about his life and times.
Are you aware of the dark legend told about Malantuñas?
But of course, monsieur. Europe's palace and the New World's ports abound with fables of Malantuñas' duel with the devil, about his beacon of Avernus, his invincibility, and even his sought-after immortality.
Do you think Malantunius challenged the devil and won?
Such an occurrence is unlikely, monsieur. Nonetheless, his haughtiness and cruelty are so extreme that were he to happen upon Beelzebub himself, he could scarcely amount to less in evil and perversion. And so it is that he would send him back to the fires of hell with the blade of his Toledan sword.
Is there any truth to the rumors about his immortality?
A trifle, yes, but not much, because it is known that Malantunias has already reached his 60th fall, though his face seems to reveal no more than 40.
Is his invincibility such, or do you think he can be vanquished?
A difficult undertaking it would be, monsieur. 3 moons yore, in the environs of Margarita Island, a convoy of 12 armed galleons performed a surprise attack on the Orion. Now the 12 are now fodder for the krakens and tritons on the sea floor, while our vessel's sole injury was that of a novice blunderbuss shooter who suffered a self-inflicted wound.
Down in the ship's log. 2 jugs of bleach and some toilet paper for the poop deck.
Is there any truth to the tale of the hidden beacon?
More than thou thinkest, monsieur, judging by the care with which Malantunias treats it. Moreover, I myself have seen a lost battle turn to victory. Once the captain mounted the brilliant talisman in the boat's figurehead. I'm not the superstitious type, but 'tis true that the beacon holds some power beyond man's understanding.
What is the beacon's origin?
I do not know with an inquisitor's faith, monsieur. Malantunias claims he crossed the Styx, took on the 7-tailed dragon guarding Hell's gates, defeated the devil with his sword, and absconded with the beacon. But this damsel resists believing such nonsense. After listening to him for an eternity and comparing the contradictions in his memoirs, I have begun to suspect he pillaged it from an Indian graveyard he visited in the springtime of his life.
Where do you say the beacon of Avernus might be?
Were it not in this room, it is most likely in the treasure hold.
As for the remaining Malatunesian lore, let's leave the superstitions to the dim Spaniards and talk facts.
True, 'tis that dim-wittedness has found Spanish soil to be fertile, but no more than in your native England or my beloved France.
I doubt Malantunias will throw me overboard. The poor sot is delighted with me.
Believe what thou wilt, but thy bones will be gnawed by a Pacific kraken. They'll be left so clean and white that no maggot will find sustenance upon them.
What if I show him a sad face and cry? That's what I did to get my helmsman's license.
Monsieur Brachon, I know Malantunias too well to expect the slightest shred of humanity on his part. When he grows tired of thy whining, he will send thee to David Jones' locker, and thou wilt be fortunate if he does not torture thee beforehand.
The man will at least allow me the last meal of my choice, won't he?
I wouldn't hold my breath. Years ago, a prisoner requested transalpine dragonfly entrails in a wild capsicum soufflé, and because his wishes could not be satisfied, he remains alive to this day. Henceforth, a basic meal has been established for plank walkers whose sole choice lies in the manner of ingestion. Because the meal consists of spicy swordfish, I recommend the oral method.
I'd wager he'll allow me a last wish before feeding me to the sharks, I do.
And which shall it be? I'm warning thee that I wish not to be thrown to the sharks or any similar act, and that the act performed unto me first be tested on the captain. Was abolished by the Tortuga Convention months ago.
Well, that junk sunk my strategy. Hook, line, and sinker. This subject matter is too macabre to discuss with a lady.
Speak for thyself.
We'll carry on later, Lady Camille.
As thou wishest, Monsieur Brachon.
Let's see. Holy Toledo!
What a plague!
That's a game for damsels and lily-livered cowards. Any respectable pirate prefers Russian roulette or a good spitting contest.
Toilet paper for the dead.
A real beauty, but not very sharp. No, I've got a bad case of lumbago, and my physicians have forbidden me from using all bladed weaponry. Well, considering its blade is short and dull, and that someone left it behind on the writing table, I guess I could regard it as a mere letter opener. Into me trousers, then. There 'tis, a fine letter opener, in the shape of a dagger, though. It's gonna throw my back out of whack, but I will. I thought it would be made of precious metals, but I guess it's just a piece of souvenir merchant junk.
By the devil's horns!
The British?
Yes, the crosses on the handle of the dagger, I mean the letter opener, are curved toward the tip, so perhaps I can use them to pull out the nail. A shame I can't reach it, because it would really be conducive to my escape. Hark, Lady Camille, I doth throw a letter opener towards thee in the form of a dagger.
To what do I owe this honor, monsieur?
Allow me to request that you use the curved handle of the letter opener to release the nail sprouting from the beam behind thee, and then to be so kind as to toss the metal spike towards me straight away.
I fail to comprehend the purpose of such tomfoolery, but I shall appease thee. On me thy letter opener.
Take care not to cause a scandal, or the pirate at the door may hear us.
You're all bugs.
Chance? Alrighty then. A soft blow means yes. A hard blow means no. Chance means maybe.
Can you?
I think it's coming loose.
So, Demon Dog, are you gonna let me in someday?
Done. Catch.
No, 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 no. Holy,
Where did it fall?
Next to thy leg.
wait. Are you sure? Yes. Damn.
Stupid cabinet.
Art thou hurt?
Yes, my head. Ow!
Ow? What does ow mean? We never discussed anything about ow.
Bloody nail.
Ouch! I appear to have pricked my unmentionables, but it was worthwhile, because now the nail is mine.
I aver that thou art an easy man to make happy, monsieur.
Wait shortly, and you will know of what I am capable with a single nail.